You want speed, power, and explosiveness? Well, speed, power, and explosiveness you shall have. Hey, what's up everybody? I'm exercise physiologist, sports performance coach Jason Kelly and creator of The Balanced Body. Hope everybody's having a great day today. This video is going to show you speed, power, and explosiveness exercises for your hamstrings and your hips. So if you missed the first video on strength, make sure you watch that video and I'll link it at the end of this video here, because strength is really important if you want to have speed, power, and explosiveness. For example, when you do speed, power, explosive work, it's supposed to be 50% to 70% reduction in your 1RM or your 5 rep max. And so for example, if you're squatting 100 pounds and you reduce it 50%, that's 50 pounds. If you're squatting 200 pounds and you reduce it 50%, that's 100 pounds. So that's how much more load and weight you have to work with to develop your speed, power, and explosiveness. And so strength is your determining factor for this. So if you missed that video, check it out. It's going to show you what are the best strength exercises to do, and then you'll be able to work with these speed, power, and explosive exercises better, because it's all about force absorption. Your muscles need to absorb force in order to be fast, explosive. If they're not absorbing force, they're dissipating, which means that's going to slow you down. All right, enough talk. So here's those exercises. If you like this video, make sure you smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because you want to see the next video based on complex training, which I will incorporate strength exercises, isometric exercises, and how those exercises will supercharge your muscles so you can be even faster, stronger, and more powerful and explosive. Also, don't forget to check out my book, Instant Strength. It's available on Amazon.com, and I'll leave a link in the description. And now for the first exercise, it's the Nordic hip bridge. I like to use the Nordic hip bridge for oscillations and that explosive movement. So you're going to see through these 3 different exercises that I show you how I use oscillation, explosiveness, and speed strength. But for the Nordic hip bridge, it's going to be oscillations, because you need that relaxation and contraction, relaxation to contraction to happen very quickly. If there's a delay, then that will slow down your speed and your explosive movement, because your muscles need to learn to know how to absorb that force quickly and release it. It's like in an explosive movement. When you step, or agility, when you go to cut, you step, and you got to be able to go quickly. So with the explosive Nordic hip bridge, you can start from here, from this position, and boom, hit. You need your hands. You can. Drive your heels into the pad. And if without your hands, it's that explosive movement. 1 to 3 or 5 reps. And you can do it all the way down to the floor. So if you want, you can get off the floor as fast as you can. And now for the oscillation, again, pull. Keep nice and tight pulled into the pad, and then lean your back down a little bit. Try not to stay up. Leaning down will put more force to the pad and into your hamstrings. And so from here you can oscillate, 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 relax, oscillate. When you do oscillations, you can go for about 5 seconds. And then you can go to the further position here. Again, keep that back down and oscillate. I know it looks a little funny to position, but it's highly effective. So the second exercise, I'm going to use the resistance band. We're going to do resistance band swings. Now with the resistance band, I like to do oscillation as well as speed for explosiveness and speed for strength. Speed for strength means to go on to more repetitions, and speed for explosiveness would be to maximize that potential and explosive ability for 1 to 3 reps. So that's the difference. And that's why I like using a resistance band for these things. So let me show you how. You're gonna get the resistance band under both feet here, okay? Make sure it's nice and secure. And you're gonna want it to be hard enough to where as you pull up. If this is too easy, what you can do is you can wrap the band around, and that'll make it a little bit harder. So when I say for speed and explosiveness, resistance band is good, and for speed strength. So if I want to go just 1 to 5 reps, it's so that would be speed explosiveness. Now speed strength would be about 10 reps. Now oscillation, you would want to oscillate from a couple different positions. So from the lower position, mid position, and the upper position. And then after your oscillations, you can go into some speed explosiveness. The third exercise would be a kettlebell swing or a dumbbell swing. So it just depends what you have available. So today I'll show you the dumbbell swing, but a kettlebell is just as good. And so with the kettlebell and dumbbell swings, I like to do explosive work, that 1 to 3 to 5 rep range, or speed strength, going into that 8 to 10. It's a little hard to oscillate with the kettlebell. If you have a very, very light kettlebell, you can do it. You could do those oscillations, but I specifically like using the weight so I can get that explosiveness, so I can get that speed and that explosive through the bell. The thing you need to know about doing a kettlebell or dumbbell swing is learn the mechanics. I can't teach you the mechanics in this one. If you subscribe to the channel, I'll be doing that in another episode. But for now, I'm just showing you the speed and explosive exercises for your hamstrings. So you're gonna hold a dumbbell. A kettlebell would be 1. Hold here, and we're gonna reach down and under, get a nice stretch. You wanna get a nice stretch on that swing because that stretch is like a rubber band. If you stretch the rubber band and shoot it, from this position, it'll shoot. But if you stretch it like this, it shoots far. So the rubber band, through the eccentric loading through the stretch, loads, absorbs force, and releases it concentrically. So that's the dumbbell, kettlebell swing. Hey, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video on speed, power, and explosiveness for your hamstrings. Again, don't forget to check out the strength video if you didn't see that, and also make sure you like this video and subscribe so you can see the next video that's going to show you how to take your hamstring explosive speed and power to the next level. Take care and have a great day.